How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be going over a leg workout. Now, this is not any old ordinary leg workout. This is not your mama's leg workout. This is not your daddy's leg workout. This is a high intensity throw ride from which once you set foot on, you will not be able to get off of. When you walk out of the gym today, you will be barely able to walk, let alone stand. So, buckle up, strap in, and let's get ready to go. This is a quad focused workout, and we are going to be starting with a couple of different things that you might not have heard of in the past. That is okay because I will be walking you through every single step of the way. Now, first off, we're going to be doing something called pre-exhaustion. This is a technique which, exactly as it implies, is used to pre-exhaust the muscles. What we are trying to do is recruit muscle fibers which we may not have used as much in the past. So, by pre-exhausting the muscles, we're going to end up pre-exhausting the fibers that we use the most often. So once we start getting into our compound movements and we get into other exercises, we're going to start recruiting muscle fibers which don't normally get recruited as much. Now, with any kind of pre-exhaustion technique, you really want to be doing more isolation movements. So with this, we're going to be doing seated leg extension, as you can see, and we're going to be doing really high reps. So high volume, high reps, high sets. 4 sets, 15 to 20 reps, really focusing on our tempo, controlling our form as much as possible, and again, trying to pre-exhaust those muscles, burn them out, and basically get everything sore before we even get started. So, you can already tell it's going to be a great... Alrighty then, on to the next exercise. We're going to be doing a lying leg press. Now with this movement, we are going to be doing 4 to 5 sets of 12 to 15 reps, and we're going to be doing a training technique which you may not be familiar with called blood flow restriction training. Now, with this specifically, we are going to be resting 25 to 30 seconds between sets, and here's where the fun part comes in. We're going to be keeping our feet elevated, as you can see, throughout the entire rest period. That is that blood flow restriction coming into play. The entire goal of this is to keep our feet elevated as much as possible, prevent the blood from flowing back to the muscle so that when we finish our set and finish our exercises and we stand up, all of that blood that we have been restricting will flow back and rush back as quickly as possible. This is going to give us a very nasty pump, which is going to expand the muscle fascia and further encourage hypertrophy. As you'll notice, I've also sped this clip up so that I'm not trying to talk over about a 5 or 6 minute clip. With this, really trying to focus on your tempo. I know it's a little difficult to tell, but I am controlling the reps as much as possible. So I'm going nice and slow. And another big key to any leg press movement is never lock your knees out. There are literally horror stories and videos of people who have locked their knees out and their knees bend the wrong direction. So, pro tip, never do it. I guarantee you, you will have a bad day. Now, as I said, 4 sets, 4 to 5 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Keep your feet elevated. As you hit that 3rd to 4th set, I guarantee you will be crying like a little baby, as I was. As you can see, when I stood up, I almost fell over. So, be careful, train with caution, and on to the next exercise. This is going to be a standard goblet squat. Now, with this, a few things to note. I personally prefer to use a more sumo stance. This allows me to keep my knees out and focus more on my quads. Something else to note is, as you will see here, I tend to lean as far forward as I possibly can while keeping my lower back as straight as possible. The entire purpose of this is to put the emphasis and the weight over my toes as much as possible so that I am really emphasizing my quads again. With this one in particular, don't necessarily worry about your tempo, just try and pump out as many reps as you can with the goal of hitting 3 to 4 sets for 12 to 15 reps. The entire point of this one is again to continue burning out that muscle and increasing your pump. So, hit this one hard, hit it fast, and then let's move on. Now, moving on, we are going to be doing a slightly more difficult exercise here. This is a TRX pistol squat. Now, if you do not have a couple of things, namely the balance to perform this movement, or if you are unable to stand at this point in the workout, you can transition instead into a single leg lunge. This will effectively do something similar and target the muscle group that we're trying to target as well. But if you are performing pistol squats, we're going to be doing 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. So the reps are going to be a little bit lower, namely because we are pretty exhausted at this point in the workout and we're just trying to further fatigue ourselves as much as we can. On this one specifically, using the TRX to help me get back up, and try to use a maximal range of motion. So you notice I'm coming all the way down. I'm breaking parallel as much as possible. Part of the reason is because once I hit parallel, I pretty much just collapse and fall all the way down, and I can't hold myself to prevent that. But it also is to further increase our range of motion, which is increasing our muscle activation, which in turn is increasing our hypertrophy. So, as I said, 3 to 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps. Now, final quad exercise. As you can see there, 30 seconds on the clock. We are doing wall sits. Ooh, yeah, love this one. This is going to really kill your quads at the end of the workout. This is great to throw in anytime you want to burn out your quads. Just perform 3 or 4 sets of this for 30 to 45 seconds, and I guarantee you by the time you finish, you will not want to stand up again for the rest of the day. Alrighty then, so that is going to conclude the quad portion of this workout, as you can see here. And moving into the last portion of our workout, it's going to be calves. Now, with this, we are going to be starting off with a Smith machine calf press, and the entire goal of this is to just work those chicken tenders, get them to grow, because I don't know about you guys, but my calves have a very difficult time growing. So, we're going to be doing this movement, and as you can see, I have a couple of plates on the ground to get a further extended range of motion. And the reason I use plates as opposed to one of those block things that you saw in the other screen is because the plates do not flex. I find that when I use those other ones, especially as I throw a little bit more weight onto the bar, they tend to flex, and I'm not able to control the movement as much when it's flexing. So, throw a couple of plates on the ground, perform 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps, plus an additional 3 to 5 if you can manage it once you finish those reps. So this is really going to start our movements for our calves and just kind of be our compound movements. So we're going to be going a little bit heavier if you can, and focus on that contraction. And on to the next one, we're going to be doing a calf press on a seated leg press machine, superset with standing calf raises. With the standing calf raises, we're just going to be doing them flat on the ground so that we can pump the muscle a little bit further. Now, on this one in particular, we're going to be really focusing on a couple of things. As you saw there, I pointed out the crease in my knees. I am not locking out my knees. I am focusing on keeping them a little bit bent. This is going to help prevent injury. As I mentioned earlier in the workout, never lock your legs out on any form of calf or leg pressing movement. This is going to help prevent injury and ensure that we are working the muscle that we are trying to target. Now with this, as I said, we are going to be focusing on 4 to 5 sets at 12 to 15 reps plus an additional couple of reps if you can manage it at the end. Another thing on this is we are focusing on our tempo. So notice I am squeezing at the top for 1 to 2 seconds, allowing the weight to lower for 1 to 2 seconds, and then using 1 to 2 seconds to get the weight back to the peak. So 2, 2, 2 is our tempo for this exercise. This is really going to help us further exhaust the muscle and really break it down at the end of our workout. Now, once we finish that, we're going to go straight into just a standard calf raise. The entire purpose of this portion of the movement is to, again, further increase that pump and just really try and burn our calves out. So, that is going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Don't forget to smash that like button. Definitely helps out. Show your appreciation for this channel, and if you are not subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe because we have great videos just like this coming out Monday through Friday. It's a brand new workout every day of the week, and on every Fridays we have Fit Food Fridays, where we release a new nutritional video designed with you in mind to help you reach your fitness goals. So smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.